Good afternoon, everybody. Doug Jenkins with Carl Habekost of Bugbee and Conkle as we celebrate member anniversaries at the Findlay Hancock County Chamber of Commerce. Carl, thanks for joining us this afternoon.
My pleasure, Doug.
Good to have you along with us. Good to have you as members for 5 years. Let's get people familiar with Bugbee and Conkle, the law firm, and what your specialties are and how they might be familiar with you.
Well, thank you. We're a smaller firm with about anywhere from 8 to 10 attorneys. We're based out of Toledo, but we represent companies, all sizes of companies, from small to large companies, limiting our practice to the areas of labor and employment law, workers' compensation law, some contract and business issues, and litigation.
So you mentioned that you're based out of Toledo, but do business here in the Findlay area. How important is it for you to stay connected to the Findlay community, and what are some of the ways that you go do that?
Well, it's very important. We have significant clients in the Findlay area. Most prominent probably would be Whirlpool, based in Findlay, although we have all of the Whirlpool plants in Ohio. I teach at the University of Findlay in the Environmental Safety and Health Department. It's one of the top programs in the country, and very proud to be part of that university. Go Oilers.
As a fellow Oiler, I support that.
And I really enjoy the people in Findlay. I'm also a member of a networking group, and I meet then separate from that with some gentlemen once a week on a Wednesday morning. We have breakfast. So I try to keep connected to the Findlay community personally as well as business.
I think one of the fields that you're really starting to specialize in and just it's going to be fascinating to see where this goes, potentially scary, but that is AI and the legal ramifications of the use of artificial intelligence. We've done some programming about AI here at the Chamber, and the next podcast coming up this Friday, we'll talk about it a little bit, but you've really had your finger on the pulse of this particular subject. There are a lot of different ways this can go. What are some of the things that stand out to you about AI just when it comes to the legal field right now?
Yes, the issue with artificial intelligence is the current status of the technology. It is a blessing and a curse all at the same time. If the programming is not done appropriately in the employment legal arena, it can have disastrous effects. The best example I like to say is that even attorneys are affected on this. There is at least one case where a law firm used artificial intelligence to do all the research. They used the cases that artificial intelligence located to support their position. They filed it with the court, a federal court nonetheless. Opposing counsel was trying to find these cases, and lo and behold, artificial intelligence made up the cases, so they were non-existent. But the real world problem with artificial intelligence focuses primarily negatively in the employment arena, in the fact that if the programming is not done appropriately and it's not monitored appropriately, there can be discrimination in hiring and also in disciplinary actions based on the program. Artificial intelligence is also a great blessing. I mean, it really helps human resource people work through their hiring process, especially very efficiently, but there are downsides. And I think that we need to be aware of that. I know President Biden has already issued an executive order advising all of the different administrative agencies to be aware of artificial intelligence and the potential of discriminatory results.
Carl, I want to get back to the All Hazards Training Center and some of the work that you do there. I know that's certainly a passion of yours and ties into some of the legal work that you do. What is it about that particular part of or that particular field that really draws you to it?
Yeah. Well, primarily, I would say it's my background. I grew up in a working family, really the only one who went to college. I have family members who were injured at work, severely injured at work. And I thought, as I was blessed with the opportunity to go to college and then law school, that I would use my background and opportunities to help prevent injuries. It's very cost effective for companies to have a safe workplace as well. So there's a dollar return on that investment. What I find especially attractive at the University of Findlay is they provide a practical approach to education. You mentioned the All Hazards Center. That's unique. They provide training for the students at a discount so they can come out with certifications that other programs don't provide. They also provide training for employers in the community, for hazardous waste training, lockout, tagout training, anything that would involve hazards in the employment arena, the All Hazards Training Center can provide. So I just found it compelling that whatever I could do professionally to keep people safe and also benefits the companies, I thought I would do.
Very good. So, Carl, if people want to learn more about Bugbee and Conkle, maybe they'd like to learn more about the safety side of things, or they'd like to talk with you about AI and its legal ramifications, things like that. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, it is a unique name. I mean, there aren't too many Bugbee and Conkles out there, nor are there too many Carl Habekosts out there. I would Google the name Bugbee, Bugbee, and Conkle, Conkle. I know we're the only law firm with that name in the United States. And my name, I'm sure that you have Carl Habekost on the screen. I'm pretty sure I'm the only attorney with that last name in the state of Ohio. I won't go for the entire United States. But
There you
and
go.
the phone number, if you want the phone number, it's 419-244-6788.
I'll look for the people with the unique names and you'll be all set. Carl, we really appreciate you being members for 5 years here and everything that you do for the community here. Certainly, Carl has been involved with our Fresh Beard business meetings over the past several years as well. So always interesting to get your perspective there. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much. The Chamber is a great organization. We love being supportive of it. Thank you.
That'll do it for today. For Carl, I'm Doug. Have a great afternoon, everybody.